Start streaming. Let's get this thing going here. Welcome back, H4Games.
Thanks, YouTube.
All right.
Oh, look at the bag that had.
Yeah. You know, this always says that we have crappy stream health, even though I upgraded our internet. So, not quite sure why, but that's okay.
Who's your provider?
Wow.
Okay.
The internet's fast. It's just YouTube for whatever reason. It don't like...
No, because Allison just switched to WoW as well.
Is she enjoying it?
Mm-hmm. It's much faster. They installed it yesterday.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I feel bad for the guy that had to go out there in that weather.
Oh my goodness gracious!
But we ran a speed test before and after, and it's much better.
Yeah, I reduced this to 30 FPS, and I also I think I do it this way. But I also bumped it to 1080 since it's gonna be a full screen with us. So
nice.
All right, Swindle Visuals.
I've heard that. I like the emoji clouds.
Yeah. So for those of you that are wondering what the hell we're doing, we are going to be...
Someone's complaining about the sound, and it looks like we are kind of clipping too.
All right, let's turn that down a little bit. There we go. That should be a little bit better. And it will be tinny because we're not using our regular microphone. We're actually using our onboard microphone. This is not plugged in because we are shooting a review tonight. So this is a behind-the-scenes, we're live streaming the behind-the-scenes of our Virtual Boy review. This is not a Virtual Boy review. This is us doing a Virtual Boy review in production. So
I guess it kind of will be.
It will be, in a way. But we're saving our good equipment, like our good microphone, for...
Because you guys aren't worth it.
No. No, but seriously, I mean, we need the good microphone for when we actually shoot the review.
Yeah.
It's going to sound like crap on YouTube. So this will be tinnier. This will be a little different sounding than normal.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. We're all about... Do you hear carrots out of space? Richie, time for a haircut. Audio's terrible, but you look good. Well, I could always... Here, why don't we do this? Why don't we switch...
You don't get to choose what emojis those are.
Yeah. You know what we could do? We could just use the default and see if that's better, just the computer one.
I can't hear it, so I have no opinion.
I was using
if the crew has any opinion out there.
So for those of you that just complained about the audio, I just switched the audio to the normal input on the computer from... The camera has its own microphone input. So if it's any better, let me know. If not, then
definitely not better.
Not better.
Oh, but better.
But better. All right. Well, we can drop this down more. How about that? That's probably better, right? All right. I'm watching this in my modded Virtual Boy. Okay. Well, I think another thing too is that as we plan it, we'll be further away from the microphone, so we're just kind of up close and personal right now. Yeah, it's just gonna be tinny audio, guys. If you hear anyone in the chat complaining about the audio, again, we don't have our main microphone plugged in because we're not doing that tonight because we're recording with it on our actual.
We're using it as a sex toy, actually, is the truth of the matter.
Truth of the matter is the truth of the matter. So, all right, so let's go ahead and I'm going to get my notebook so we can kind of get started here and then get this whole thing set up.
Oh.
We just start playing some games. And, this is our process of reviewing here, guys. So we're going to be a little bit less oriented towards the chat today. We're going to try, but we're going to be just a little bit less oriented towards entertaining because this is literally just behind the scenes stuff. But
think of it as voyeurism.
Yeah. Oh, Wario Land was already in there. Alright, so why don't you sift through these and kind of poke around.
Ooh, Flash Boy. That's my favorite game.
Yeah, be very careful with these. These were sent over from Japan. This one's like an $800 game. So, no drinks near this one. This one's more like an 80 to 100, but this was also sent over by the guy who sent us the recent dev cards. So, we've got to make sure that those survive the shoot. TJ bought me this while I was in Japan years back.
Years back when he looked exactly the same.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, I'm going to go grab my notebook. I'll be right back. Oh, you can have some of this candy if you want. It's red.
I already had a couple pieces. Thank you for confirming I was allowed. It's better to ask forgiveness than permission, right?
That's the way it goes sometimes. I'm also going to refill my rum and coke here. Do you need anything?
I would actually love a rum and coke. That sounds great.
Okay, I actually have very little coke left, so it's going to be a small one.
That's fine.
I also have Dr. Pepper, but I found that rum and Dr. Pepper just kind of tastes like more rum.
I actually do like it.
Oh, you do?
So I would have some of that.
Okay. You okay with Diet Dr. Pepper?
Yeah.
All right. I imagine that this will only enhance your experience. Oh, I put a little too much rum in there.
That doesn't sound like that big of a problem.
Oopsie-doodle.
We'll see when I try to get out of here, though. I'm surprised about that too, Chariot Goblin, and I did promise Allison I would not get ocular cancer from this video, so we might have to minimize my my exposure. No, I totally forgot to listen to Emperor of Sand. Good reminder.
Richie, I'm so happy you're having a birthday party months late.
Allison wanted to do it around the time, but we never really got our shit together.
I feel like you haven't hosted a birthday party for yourself in God knows how long. Like, I feel like it's been a long, long time.
John Hummel texted me, and, well, Facebook Messenger, but he was like, I've known you for 14 years, and I don't want to be a dick.
Uh-huh.
But you've never thrown yourself a party in all of that time. Is there something that you're not telling us here? And
is there any announcement you're going to be doing, Richie?
And I was just like, no, I'm just not.
Well, I think the last one you threw, or maybe I threw it. I can't even remember. Remember when I made you drink so much stout that you puked in your mouth a little bit at that place in Rochester? Mm-hmm. Did I organize that, or did you?
I don't remember.
I might have just forced you to go. Alright, I'm going to find that notebook and take a piss. I'll be right back.
Okay. I also rented this from Blockbuster back in the day, and I actually, at that age, I was probably, like, not old at all, but I thought it was the coolest thing back then, which was so wrong. And I'm kind of frightened of what's about to happen to me, but I'm sure I'll make it. Oh man, that's pretty brutal, Axe Keeper. 7-Eleven is... Oh boy, that hurts. Virtual Boy is a close second to waterboarding. Ah, but does Tony have scissors? That's what we really need over here. I actually am kind of excited to see this $800 Gundam game, even though I'm sure it's going to be a pile of garbage, but that's mainly the Virtual Boy's fault.
Oh, by the way, next time you're in my kitchen, take a look on the fridge. There's a little something for you to see. Not specifically related to you, but just sort of a generalized announcement. So...
That I guessed that.
Oh, you saw
immediately.
It?
No, I just assumed that if you were making an announcement,
it
was probably...
We're getting divorced!
I don't think people usually announce those things on fridges.
Yeah, it's the divorce announcement fridge. Okay, so do you want to talk structure now, or do you want to get into the just
Let's play some games first.
Okay.
Let's have fun.
Well,
let's try to have fun.
Okay. So, oh yeah. Something that I want to talk about is that the power, you can either have an AC adapter, which I do have, but I don't know where it is, or this thing, which is a battery pack, which is why it's a mobile game, but you have to clean these friggin' things. Like, half the time it doesn't turn on. And it takes 6 AA's. And this big shout out to Retro Taku Video Games, because I'm borrowing this stand from them. Here's what happened to mine, Richie. It just blew up the other day. It just blew up. So, like, part of the... Did you watch those videos I sent you, by the way? Did you have
No, I didn't have this
so,
too.
Part of the reason why they were saying that it failed was because originally they had big plans for it. They intended it to have, like, motion tracking, but it was always a little bit slow. And then they weren't sure if the CPU was, like, kicking out radiation, so they had to cover it with, like, a metal sheet. And it caused it to be too heavy, so then they had to put it on stands. So originally it was going to be, like, motion tracking. It was going to be goggles on your head. And it just kind of kept getting downgraded, right? And since it was, like, now on a stand, they could have bumped up the CPU because it's a 32-bit CPU, but it's 32-bit CPU kind of split in half when rendering 2 screens, right? So it's like, it's not... Truly, what you see isn't like 32-bit graphics. It's more like maybe what you'd say 16. It would be like a gross generalization,
right?
But basically, it's the stand. It's the motion tracking didn't end up working out. It's the fact that they had to put it, wasn't goggles anymore. Hence the stand. The stand was flimsy as hell.
Tony is trying to kill me.
Yeah,
I have witnesses. You might not want to kill me on a live stream.
Yeah, exactly. And then on top of that, because N64 was coming out, Nintendo told Gunpei Yokoi, who in the development team for the Virtual Boy, to reduce main mascots, including Mario's presence, which is why there's like Wario Land and like Mario Clash, which is like an arcade title. So basically, they just like screwed it right out of the gate. So it kind of gave a little bit of information regarding like why it is
and
the
that's
way it is.
So dumb.
I know. But one of the cool things about the Virtual Boy that they did mention was that because it's LED technology, when something's not lit, it's a total black. It's not like a TV screen where something's black and it's like kind of like it still has some light behind it. You know what I mean? Like the pixel's still somewhat illuminated. It does like a full, complete, total black. So it could have the potential to be like immersive because of that. But whatever. We have a super chat from Entrance Jew. Did you guys buy Nathan's mobile Virtual Boy? No, we did not. Far Out Ideas is here. Smoke weed every day. Far Out Ideas. There's some people mimicking you in the chat because they know that.
No. He said he forgot to switch accounts.
Oh, okay. Fair. My bad. I was going to say that you've gotten so meme worthy that people are just copying you now. Okay, so let's talk about structure later. Go ahead and get started.
Yeah.
And then while you're doing that, I'm going to jump into this once you're there.
Right.
And for now, I'm just going to record some B-roll of you playing.
that's Jack Frost.
Yeah.
I did not know that he existed anywhere other than Persona, but good to know.
Good to know. The more you know, the more you...
How do I...
You gotta... It's on now, so you gotta turn this on like this. And then there's a focus, and then sort of an eye bobble. Careful, you cannot pivot. You cannot pivot whatsoever. You have to accept.
I just have to put my ass in the air, presenting and saying, please put things in my bum.
You know what you could do is switch seats, and then lower it. Are you sure? You might be able to lower this, Richie. Here.
Oh. There it is. Nice.
I figured this was the best option because you at least spread your legs into like where you're supposed to be. Hang on.
Yeah, that sounds better, Tony.
Get ready.
Ooh.
Right about there. I think
that's a sweet spot.
A lot of people play with their hands behind the Virtual Boy. And by a lot of people, I mean the only people that play the Virtual Boy.
It is not starting up.
Okay.
Bad start.
Give it another toggle.
I give the system a 0. Nope, nothing.
Alright, let me give it a try. It was just on a minute ago. I heard the power.
Really?
Yeah, I hear like a doot. It's so weird that the power is through the controller.
That is very strange. One of many strangeties.
Yeah.
Oddities, even.
Yeah, I did clean the contacts earlier. There was a... I might have to clean them again. Come on. I swear I was playing this the other day. No, I didn't put the batteries in wrong because they're the same from when they were working.
Do you have the adapter?
I was looking for it. I could not find it. I don't know if it got somehow lost or if I just imagined having it to begin with, but
Right.
we could just clean these and see what we get here.
Try the power button.
Zach Spoonmore for $5. Thank you very much. Says, let's see if Wish can pass his driver's license eye exam with the Virtual Boy. I love you guys. Oh.
Probably can't. Probably.
Worth a try though.
It'd probably be just like at the DMV where it's just like every third person that steps up there is like, hey, you gotta get the Vaseline off of this thing.
Uh-oh, I hear a child. Okay, so there's another option. Let's try the other wonky controller that I have.
Okay.
And that might have... I don't think you really press the L button in Wario Land, so... Hi, buddy! Yeah, hold on. He's saying, Richie, Richie!
Hey, Thomas.
Alright, let's pop this on this guy. See, again, this is behind the scenes of the shoot, and like this is just what happens during a shoot, is that it...
This is my favorite part. No dice.
Huh. You got a soccer ball?
Do you now? What do you do with a soccer ball?
You know what it could be? It could be the game.
That's a possibility.
Well, let's try a different...
Somehow my beverage spilled.
Uh-oh. Let's try a different game and see what happens. Here we go. It's on. So this is red alarm. Let's see if maybe something.
I'll figure it out. Go deal with the groceries.
Hi, buddy.
You can't.
Hang on, I think we got this one too.
You gotta kick it.
Here we go. While that line's working, I don't know what it was. It's working now though. Let's just leave it.
It's a miracle. I get to play the Virtual Boy.
Hi, Louie. Hi, Thomas.
Hello.
Yeah.
Here.
Come here, little man.
Richie. Richie.
I know.
Richie.
I know, it's Richie.
We'll solve all the audio problems by just blasting the Virtual Boy.
Oh, there's an audio dial at the bottom.
I found it. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, I've got a lucky cat. Thank goodness. Oh shit, a water level in Wario Land? I wouldn't think that Wario would put up with this bullshit. Oh dear. Well, I deserve that.
What do you got, little man?
Oh, jeez.
Richie's in a virtual world, buddy.
Yes, yeah, I guess we can go with that.
Richie, you need to put your head as close as you can to it. Hi, buddy. You got your football, your soccer ball? Let's go help your mommy. Come on. Whoopsie. Come here.
Okay, come on. That's enough of this junk. Okay, this is more like it. Dry land. What in the world? What do you got?
Soccer.
Soccer ball? What do you see?
That's good.
Are you interested in a lemon slice for your own Coke?
No thanks. I do appreciate the offer though.
Hi, Thomas.
Hi, Thomas.
Oh no! No!
You're okay, little man. I think screaming is his new thing.
No!
I thought it was his thing for a while.
Yeah, but now he's got like this really, really high-pitched scream that he enjoys.
That's lovely.
Alright, back to what I was doing.
Yeah, I had that coming. Generally, jumping on spikes is a bad idea.
I'm so glad that the audience can like really get into the action with you.
I know, right?
More screams.
I could even not be playing Wario back here and just have any game I want to play in here and just be lying to everyone.
Oh yeah.
Boing.
Oh dear, dear. Alright. Oh, something's happening over there, Richie.
But what is it?
I don't know. Alright, where's my credit card? God. Here we go. Now you're looking sexy as hell, Richie. Get some inserts
Thank
here.
goodness. Ooh.
So I'm going to do some inserts of the boxed games. Remind me I need to do inserts of the non-boxed stuff.
Okay.
How are we doing on comments here? I watch Virtual Playboy. I'm on the edge of my seat. Hit that white balance.
Ah, shit.
11 out of 10 best gameplay. Why no gameplay footage? Because we're not outputting this. Because we're not live streaming the Virtual Boy. We're live streaming our Virtual Boy review.
Would that even be possible?
Yeah, there was a modded Virtual Boy I was going to get, but the guy who created it will not respond to me. He just will not respond. I don't know.
Maybe he's put off by the name.
I don't know. I've messaged him multiple times. But for whatever reason, just will not respond. Yeah, I don't know. Let's get some... Also, another thing, too, is that we're recording this, or we will be recording for our review that's going to be going up on YouTube. So, we basically Well, it's a little difficult to live stream multiple things simultaneously and also record them for a later review. But it's all good.
Should we... Do you have a paper towel somewhere that I can mop up
your shame?
my mess? I'm not ashamed. I'm kind of ashamed. That's sloppy work. How do I play as Waluigi?
I don't think you can. I don't think he's canon.
I know. I dare to dream, though, Tony.
Dare to dream.
Dare to dream. Maybe I could get somebody to mod Waluigi in. Ah, shit, I don't have the key!
So, in Jack Bros, there's Jack Frost, Jack Lantern, and Jack Ripper, but they changed Jack Ripper to Jack Skeleton for the U.S. release, because I guess they didn't want a serial rapist murderer as one of the characters, I suppose?
In American markets. In Japan, that's okay.
In Japan, that's just a Tuesday.
That's desirable.
Yeah.
I need to buy their mic. It makes everything sound like 9-inch nails. I like that. Ah, shit. Ooh, it was a close call. Maybe I need to call this like a baseball game on radio.
Yeah, do it.
I don't know that I have the energy. Okay, I think that's enough Wario.
Alright, so play for a bit on this guy here.
The original Super Smash Bros. Turns 20 years old today. I like it. That's good to know. I've been playing a decent amount of Ultimate. It's pretty good.
Go ahead and sit down, grab this, and then I'm just going to double check all of our settings on this here real quick. Output. Yeah. File size. Let's see what we have with that. The brightness seemed kind of low on this, so maybe get brightness option. See what I mean?
How's it going?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Good. Whatever. Okay. Let's go ahead and start recording and enjoy. Might have to press start there. Yeah, there you go.
What does the automatic pause function do?
So Nintendo, before releasing the Virtual Boy, had a fear that it may cause blindness, the 3D, especially in young children. So the initial paperwork and everything was just loaded with warnings and all sorts of stuff. And basically, like, you know, they had a feature where you could like pause every 5 minutes and this and that, but or 15 minutes or whatever it was. But after it was released, a study came out that they funded that turns out it had no ill effect, but they had already like rushed it to release. So what happened was
and also they funded the study, so they knew it was bogus.
Well, possibly, but they basically were like, oh well, I guess we could have just been fine, like without all these warnings, and it just scared the Japanese audience horrifically, right?
Man, how did anything... I just don't know how this happened.
I got another super chat from Entrance Jew. Thank you very much. Mike like a hole. Next thing you know, I'd rather die than record good audio. Oh my goodness.
Give me sound quality or give me death.
Pretty much. I should have the same type of panning for both these shots. Alright, almost done with our boxed stuff.
What the hell?
This is a little bit too bright.
What the fuck?
What happened?
Okay. What? I think I broke it.
What happened? What happened, Richie?
Bizarre things with the screen. Just the scrolling behavior was odd. Oh shit. Woo! That was a closer call than it needed to be.
All right. Oopsie. Open this up a little bit.
I still love though that like they're worried that the thing causes blindness, and they're just like, should we maybe just stop making it, or should we paste warnings all over the place?
Yeah, well, they were like, it might be a health hazard, so let's do a study, but let's release it before the study's done because we want to rush it out before the N64 hits. You know what I mean? Like, it was just ludicrous. And no one bought it because in Japan, they had all these warnings.
And it was also bad, but...
And it was bad. So it was just, there were just so many things going wrong with it.
Alright, well...
Pro tip, don't set white balance until after you set up lighting. Yeah, I know, far out ideas, but I do a general white balance, and then I kind of keep it by eye for the rest of it, and then I'll adjust if need be. But I had adjusted for like kind of a 40%. Yeah, there's some glitches in this.
heavy glitching.
Like a 40% yellow, 60% white, and that's about what it is over here.
That sounds really racist.
Yeah, well, you know what? It is what it is, Richie.
White balance is going to be the new white power.
Oh my god. Okay. A little bit more light on this. There we go.
That's going to adjust the white balance.
I anticipate heavy color correction on this anyways, just because I want to make things like tinted red.
The whole video?
Well, no, just little inserts. Although that did make it far too blue. So.
Blue.
There we go.
I like to glue together, guy.
Let's have a little hotness because this is like a demonic game. Toss a little brightness on it, like from underneath. There we go.
Look at this.
Is it falling apart? There we go. We definitely have to comment on this that like there are no good virtual boy editors. They all suck.
Emulators?
Emulators. What did I say?
Editors?
Editors. God. Sorry. Yeah. No one can edit the virtual boy.
I tried.
Dreams ain't easy.
I tried.
This stream is blowing me away.
The backs of our heads are really our best parts.
They are our best parts. Well, you know, it is. We're recording our review of this, so it's not like an H4G Gaiden where it's like we're constantly entertaining the camera. We're just kind of doing our thing in the background here. Although I keep talking to the chat and then forgetting that I'm shooting inserts.
Good job.
So it's like I have these like overlong inserts.
Okay, great. I would love to go into that door, but the screen is making that very difficult. Okay. There we go.
So this area and areas like this on the actual Virtual Boy are really cool looking. They're like very 3D-ish. I can't really describe it other than just 3D.
I'll have to try and find one the next time I go on the Virtual Boy. Yeah. Because I didn't catch one the last time.
It's also super inconsistent. Like, so for example, I just shot an insert of like Innsmouse, and the manual is horizontal, and here's the dimension war, and the manual's vertical. So it's just like, it doesn't make any sense.
Well, in a way, aren't we all virtual boys?
You know what? I think you should move on to the next game, Richie.
I think that's fair.
Let's stop recording. And I'll do a check to make sure that this is recorded properly. And then you just move on there.
I'm back, you guys.
And then I'll jump back in once I'm done with my inserts in terms of me actually playing the games. I've already played Wario Land, or World, or whatever the hell it is, quite a bit, so I don't really need to replay it.
All right. So, what do we got in here? That's Wario Land.
Which one are you doing?
Red Alarm.
Oh, good luck to you.
Is this like legendarily bad?
No, some people really enjoy it, but it's like it's wireframe, so like it can be very confusing as to like where you're supposed to be.
Well, we'll see how it goes.
Alright, so preferences, da 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 da.
Important. Read instruction and precaution booklets before operating. It's important, guys. Otherwise, ocular cancer. But reading won't save you from cancer.
did, probably can turn that a little lower.
I'm trying. There we go. Can probably turn it even lower. That is obnoxious.
Did the emulator strike you as a little bit slower?
Yes, much slower.
Okay.
Well, maybe not much slower.
Wario is a little bit of a slower game, but it's like, compared to like Mario, but still, I did feel like it was a bit off.
Okay, yeah, I remember renting this from Blockbuster now. It's almost indistinguishable from Star Fox.
I'll use enable speed improvement hacks on this. Hopefully that'll help. Shoot a couple more inserts of these. So a couple of games we're playing here, guys. We got Wario Land. I got Bound High on the Flash Boy. Lester's Funky Bowling. Panic Bomber. Mario Tennis. Tower Boxer. Virtual Tennis, or Tetris, pardon me. Not to be confused with 3 Tetris. There were 2 different versions. One was for Japan only. Innsmouse. Jack Bros. Dimension War. Gundam, SD Gundam Dimension War, which is super freaking rare. Vertical Force. I probably should shoot some inserts of these. There we go.
Okay, yeah, there I got completely confused as to where I was going.
Yeah. As one does.
That's creepy.
Oops, sorry. That's the best thing about the Virtual Boy, is that you just can't tell what the hell's going on.
I have a vague sense of what's going on.
There we go. It's hot, hot action, Richie.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if this is going to be too hot. For YouTube, that is. Cool. Might be sort of done with inserts. This is hilarious. They were live streaming Virtual Boy in the chat talking about weed. I hear the VB gives you ED.
I mean, your penis will never be erect because you're so focused on the Virtual Boy that you could never be with anybody while you're playing it.
No, of course not. Alright, why don't you take a break from that, jump on this. Oopsie, whoa, what the hell happened? And then I set up, well, let me see if I can do anything else here. That was red alarm, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Answer. I used enable speed improvement hacks. So hopefully this will be a little bit better for you. And then I'm going to go ahead and play red alarm.
Should you take the low chair then?
Yeah. You get the red chair.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
For Virtual Boy.
For Virtual Boy.
Red and black.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Perfect.
Richie and I are really ass to ass right now.
Ash to ash.
Oh, man. So 3D, Richie. You know what I just realized?
What?
When you have crazy glitches like that, like you had last time, you may need to display both screens.
I had that thought occur to me. I totally forgot that I have another D-pad.
Let's F with this for a second. It looks like it might be. Video playing. Let's just go back and forth for a bit and see how it fares. Now there is a first-person perspective in this. I'm trying to figure out how to do it. There we go. You have to press select. Apparently this is one of the few games on Virtual Boy that you can actually have a first-person perspective, which kind of sucks.
We got a problem here.
What's that?
It's not doing anything.
You need a reset?
I think I might.
Alright. Alrighty. I actually kind of like Red Alarm. It is a little bit crazy.
It could be worse.
It could be
A
worse.
lot worse. Yeah, it keeps crashing.
Really? I wonder if Red Alarm was one of them that could not play on that one. Let me see. It shouldn't be. But let's see if maybe we can... Where's Vibe? Here, it's down here. So let's do Red Alarm again, but let's change some of the settings. Turn off some of the effects. Oh man, Tony's killing it now. All right. The worst thing that can ever happen in Red Alarm is you getting turned around.
You can blow up. I would say this is worse.
Think so? Okay. Let's put Red Alarm on the list of ones that we do on the PC.
Okay.
So why don't you jump to another one? Because I play Red Alarm, not a big deal. So why don't you jump to... hang on. You can really do anything other than SD Gundam, Tower Boxer, and Vertical Force. That's just fucking going. No. This should all be live adjustments, but I'm just going to reset you anyways. Okay. Where's my beer? I have a cocktail today. Oh god, where am I? Is this a wall? Okay, yes, this is a wall. I lost where I was when I was talking to Richie. Okay, there's a hole somewhere. Okay, this is where it really becomes a problem. Okay, there's clearly some sort of an exit somewhere. Oh, this isn't good. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is where Red Alarm becomes bad. The moment you get disoriented, it basically is just the game's over for you. Pretty much.
is how my ball is.
I don't know.
And my handedness.
Alright, so I'm going to put the ones that we've done aside.
It crashed again.
Really? Oh my god, what's going on with this thing?
Oh, no, it's kind of working.
Oh god. Just huge delays.
Right.
Alright, so let's mess with this another minute here. Oh. Four here. Let's see if it does better with just one. Oh man. This is incredible. These are functioning much worse than Wario Land did.
Yes. Much worse.
I'm so glad I spent $30 for the controller input for this.
Mess. That's not going to have much of an impact on performance.
Yeah, well, let's F with it and just see. Alright, give it a try now.
No, every time it hangs right there.
Oh my god. These emulators, so I don't know if anyone's ever attempted to like do a Virtual Boy emulator, but they're garbage. Like all of them. They all fucking suck. Like every last goddamn one of them. They all have we're gonna explain it in the review that we do, but like they either have paywalls to be able to input controllers, or they're slow, or they have like only semi-compatibility, or like it's just they're all just bad. They're all just like really effing bad.
Garbage in, garbage out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, that worked better.
Yeah. Well, you know, at the very least, what we could potentially do in editing is just snip this part where you're waiting, you know. So the footage is still usable. It's just not ideal.
And it kind of comes in and out of how.
Well, you know what we could do? Take our portable device, bring it over here, and let's stop recording on this end. And then let's shift to recording on this end and go ahead and utilize the PC emulator.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
If it manages to be better.
Well, you know, it did seem a lot smoother. The problem is that it only allows you to display in purple, which doesn't feel very Virtual Boy, but I mean, I guess we have some red footage, and I can go around and go back and kind of tinker with it more.
You're so obsessed about this red thing.
Well, you kind of, I like the screen curvature that has. Like, it has some nice options to it, but it's just terrible.
Maybe we need to reimagine the Virtual Boy, Tony, as a purple console.
Maybe. I mean, it's not like that computer's slowing it down. I mean, when you turn off the limit speed, it goes wild. You know what I mean? But it's like, but there's no, like, when it's limiting speed to a point where it doesn't even make any sense. So again, this is sort of our Scream Fest. This is our, episode where we're covering our review. So, and this is what happens during reviews. We run into a lot of technical problems. It's just
my favorite part.
The way that it goes. Why don't we jump back to Red Alarm? And some settings up on this. All right. Before apply, good. Okay. Now this should have kept all of the inputs. Yep. Same thing as last time. Except you'll actually be able to hear the audio now.
Hooray!
And we might be able to do a twofer here, possibly.
Ooh, I think I see.
I want to do like window capture.
I think I see the madness.
Perfect. Oh, we have all the H4G Gaiden stuff in the background. Whoopsie doodle.
I'm sure that's fine.
Yep. All right. Start recording. This is Red Alarm. Enjoy.
My body is not ready.
All right. Go crazy.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. I think Thomas might have heard you say go crazy.
Yeah. I've also played Nestor's Funky Bowling, so I'm going to go ahead and move on to Panic Bomber. And, maybe we don't all need to play, or both need to play the exact same games, because there's so many of them. Maybe we can divide and conquer them a little bit. I don't know, what do you think? Do you think we should both kind of burn through them, or...?
I think divide and conquer makes good sense.
Yeah. Is it functioning for you?
Not completely. I think it's the inputs.
Here's a... Look at that reference controller. Oh, here it is. There you go.
Okay.
There you go. Need anything to drink?
I'm good, thank you.
Let's see how if it's killing our audience with. There we go. That should be doable enough.
Except that there's going to be some bleed into the microphone too, so you might just be better off turning off the desktop audio part. Even though it's going to sound better than...
Well, it'll still be there for them, just not for us.
Right.
Good luck.
So, a couple things you can do in this is you can turn off... You have both eyes going right now. So this will be interesting. But you can also go... video display... Oops. Okay, that didn't do anything. Wow, great, okay. Sweet. It's supposed to mix right and left and not do both. Let me give this a quick reset, see if it does anything. Nope, it didn't even reset for me. Good God.
Well, that's fine. I'm more concerned with the gameplay functionality anyway, and it's better than the other one was.
Yeah.
Oh, this is kind of confusing.
Screaming about blueberries in the background. May I shift this so we can see the chat? I still don't understand why this is not...
Richie looks like he'd be in an early 90s R&B band with 2 white guys and 2 black guys, and he'd play the sax. I like it.
Normally when you select those options, it like changes the... I don't understand like what is even happening with this particular title.
Well, I'm clearly... The fact that both eyes are on there is very confusing, because I don't know what I'm supposed to be aiming at.
It's not...
Am I supposed to aim at the left eye, the right eye, or the area in between the left and the right eye?
Yeah, well...
And now I can't control myself because my window's inactive. Thanks, Tony.
I'm gonna just kill this for a second, because this doesn't make any sense. This shouldn't be this way. I was testing this earlier, and this is not what it was doing. You're supposed to mix left and right.
According to whom?
Both. Or left only. Let's try that one. When I was testing it earlier, this is what it was doing. I mean, not specifically for this game, but for, like, it never showed the double image when I chose these settings before.
Huh.
It's doing it again.
Yeah, sure is.
Maybe it's just a red alarm thing.
Try... What happens if you mix left and right and do both? Nope, I can see some doubling on the edges there.
So just out of curiosity here, let's do vertical force.
No. That explains Wario's weird freaking setup.
What?
Just like the little mini games at the start of every stage.
Okay, so...
It's back.
See? Right? So if I keep these settings and go into red alarm, it shouldn't have the double image.
It shouldn't. And as of yet it doesn't. Good sign, good sign.
Purple alarm.
No.
Does it have that? Yeah, it does. Okay, so there must be something unique about red alarm.
Oh, so you didn't play Red Alarm?
Not this one, but I played the other ones, and like I said, I turned off the settings where it would be... where it would have issue with it.
see.
Might be able to do some shitty gorilla style stuff with Red Alarm here.
I think that's doomed to fail, but I will find your attempts to make it happen very amusing.
Oh, well, good. I'm glad you're happy.
I wouldn't say that. That's such a strong word.
I mean, this might just have to be the footage. You know, and explain to people that, hey, you know, like these emulators suck.
I mean, it would always be difficult to render the visual of two eyes on one screen without, like, 3D glasses or whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that it's more challenging, you know what I mean? But
I prefer gray alarm.
yeah.
I prefer red alert. Some Tesla coils. Damn it. But this is definitely one of the more playable games
Oh, definitely.
on the Virtual Boy.
I mean, the only way I can do it is if it's like this.
It's no res though.
It's nothing but like, friggin' like scan lines and stuff. I guess we'll shoot this just to kind of have a little piece where it's like, hey, guess what? It looks like. This is what it looks like when you try to record it. I guess it's not terrible, but it is terrible.
Oh jeez, I'm making an ass of myself. I need to use that, what's it called? I think Tony does have the second D-pad mapped on here somewhere. Okay, I did get rid of that face.
Oh, less light pollution here.
Virtual Boy has some amazing crying baby sound effects.
It really does, though, doesn't it? Playing through the viewfinder is pretty rough.
I would have to imagine it would be.
Oh god.
Oh shit, I'm in the danger zone. And I am not going to do well at this. Oh dear, he's shooting missiles at me.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. This is a prayer that's happening. There's probably enough footage of this for a quick
I would say,
overview.
I would say so.
Whoopsie doodle.
John, we've addressed the audio like 80 times.
We are not using our mic for the audio because we're using it for the review.
Father X Keeper apparently wants to give Thomas ocular cancer.
It's not nice.
Well, he's just saying we should let Thomas play the Virtual Boy to see how somebody who isn't biased against it thinks it is.
Oh, that's fair.
Not a good tune.
No. Why don't you do vertical force next? How do you spell vertical? V.
Not with an I. Oh, well, not in an I in the position you had it in.
Yeah. Alright. I'm going to output.
Although it does make phonetic sense to do it that way.
See? Searching all over the damn place for all my emulator. Come on, where the hell did you go?
I feel like they need to do that tidying up Netflix show for your file structure.
Yeah.
that was painful.
What?
Trying to find anything.
There you go. So with vertical force, you can switch altitudes. And that's like the only 3D effect that there is in the game. So you don't really even need to play it on the actual Virtual Boy, to be 100% honest with you.
This is a little bit bewildering, gotta admit.
It is. It's actually the one thing about looking at it on a actual Virtual Boy screen is that since everything's red, it's hard to tell what's what. And you know, I mean, there are shmups for the Game Boy, but they don't go as quick as this. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like you have time to adjust, whereas this, you just simply do not have time to adjust.
Especially not when you keep moving my screen and inactivating my controller.
Whoopsie doodle.
I wasn't doing that great to begin with, but you wouldn't even click back to my screen to make it the active screen again, Tony.
Sorry. Scoot over so I can get this thing in here.
No. I don't want.
Alright, I'm gonna play Panic Bomber over here.
I remember getting my first headache playing Virtual Boy at Toys R Us back then.
No, remember the whole issue we had with the power with the Virtual Boy? I mean, it's just so indicative of the Virtual Boy.
Right.
It's just, it wasn't working, and now everything works. It's like, but why? Why does this... What's different? You know what I mean? I was very disappointed when I first played this for the first time, realizing that Panic Bomber is a Tetris Bomberman game, not actually Bomberman.
That is a little bit of a letdown. I can't say that it isn't. Jesus. Ah, I deserve that. Oh no, how did I get the laser?
Oh, giant bomb! Boom! I wons around!
Yay!
And now the word one is bouncing in my face. After you beat this boss or whatever it is, you want to switch to Panic Bomber just to see?
Sure. I'll experience it.
I was always confused about how to do the bomb in vertical force, because it seems like it's A and B. Oh no, I'm stuck underneath the thing! I think vertical force is a capable shmup. You know what I mean? I just think that it's a little bit hard to follow due to the monochrome nature of it.
Speaking of things that are hard to follow due to the monochrome nature about it, let's talk about this puzzle game.
To be fair though, I mean, Tetris on Game Boy was very playable, and it was monochrome.
But the tetrominoes have more distinctive shapes than these character thingy guys.
You can choose your, whatchamacallit, your tetrominoes in this. I just chose like the X and whatever, like the one that was easy to follow.
Yeah, maybe I should have done that.
But did you choose like the character ones?
Yeah.
Do the very bottom option, and it's pretty easy. It's becoming a bit of a bullet hell. I love shmups, but I am terrible at them. Ah! Okay, that's enough of that. See how we're doing on the chat here. Does anyone remember Zaxxon? Yeah, we did a Zaxxon Mother Base review for the 32X. I was born in '97. I've never seen a Virtual Boy in person. Well, not too many people have seen a Virtual Boy in person. Oh, Tony's flexing his forehead right now. He's in the zone.
Yay, I won.
Nice. Tell you what here, why don't you do some,
I'm gonna get some experience on the Virtual Boy with something.
Oh, okay.
I've already played Mario Tennis, so I can just play that on... when I get up there. I need to see what Nestor's Funky Bowling is actually supposed to be like.
Yes, the true Nestor's Funky Bowling experience.
I don't want to sell it short just because I played it on an emulator.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because it's clearly a masterpiece of the gaming world.
What was the other one called? Panic Bomber?
Yes.
I'll do a little Panic Bomber on,
Panic Bomb.
on this.
It's a lot like, did you ever play Tetris Attack?
I have. It's been a long time, but yeah. Oops. All right. Open ROM. Panic Bomber.
Okay, this is way better. Like, it's just astonishing how much better.
I do like the pre-rendered looking sort of graphics of Panic Bomber.
Well done.
This is a little bit funky with the controls. I keep like slipping and putting these little pseudo tetrominos in the wrong spot. Also, that's just an excuse because I'm bad.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
really, Tony, you're blaming the controls.
It's a Mad Cat's
That's so
controller.
glitchy. Especially if it's a Mad Catz, though. I never like those things.
There we go. Ba-boom!
Okay, that's probably all I really need to know about that game.
Can you see if you can get Panic Bomber working on the Mac? Because it's a relatively slower game. I'm wondering if that would actually run.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. It's Telerobots.
Oh. We just have to keep track of what we've actually recorded. Boom! Oh, then I have a giant one. Boom! One lost. Love it. How are we doing in the chat here? Why pink? Okay, well, we're going to explain this in the review, but Virtual Boy emulators suck. So a lot of them combine, like it sort of do like a pseudo 3D of like red and blue, but if you don't want, well, basically your option is purple or like a weird, let me see if I can even get it to do it. basically your option in this emulator is purple. I think that's the gist of it. But some of them let you do just red, but the one that we were playing on the Mac was actually decent for some of the titles was just atrocious. For others, like it just had super slowdown, whatever. Whatever. Let us... Are you effing with the, try to see if you can get Panic Bomber?
Yes.
Alright. You will need... Okay. Settings, output, rows. Bar. So if you can see this here, I don't know if you can or not. This Mac emulator that I'm using allows you to do red, in addition to some other cool options, but it's also has like some really rough like slowdown issues, like really bad. And it's just, in general, just a glitch fest. Yeah, it's difficult to play. This is weird because when I was playing Wario, it was slow, but it wasn't like this slow.
Right.
I'm not quite sure why.
Well, I'll fool around with it a little bit, see what I can make happen.
I mean, might just have to, explain to people that like we tried to get it in red. / speed up the footage slightly in post, possibly. That was a mistake.
That's cheating.
Yeah.
But here, let me see what I can fool around with then.
Alright, it is recording it, by the way, just so you're aware. My CPU is definitely not the bottleneck. It says Traceman says it's the CPU, but when you can turn off the speed limit, it has a speed limitation within the emulator itself, and when you turn that off, it loses its mind. It goes like 1,000 frames per second. Try taking it off RGB mode. Maybe, well, we can always try a reset on this. Let's give it a whirl. I mean, I doubt it'll do anything. Probably not the most important thing that we have everything in red, but that's okay. Yeah, I've tried all these. Andrew Tompkins is offering some advice. I've tried all of them. From Planet Virtual, where they all suck. They all suck really bad.
Yeah, but they're modeled on the Virtual Boy. So
Yeah, so
you
they
really expect
part of the
anything
course.
else.
Yeah, exactly. So when you punch with this button, oh, it's actually unstuck a little bit. Did you play Tower Boxer?
I did.
Okay. Thoughts?
Kind of awkward.
It's like one of two games that you get to play as the like a first-person perspective.
Right. I wasn't totally getting exactly what attacks I was protected from in each of my like defensive postures.
Yeah.
So that's part of the problem.
Test, test, test. Okay. Alright, let's make sure that this is all up the same. So yeah, a lot of the emulators that say they have 100% compatibility, they are technically compatible, but they just suck so bad. They're just so friggin' bad. No? Let's see the, what's this here? Does it still? Yeah.
I think it just crashed. Oh,
There you go.
click the vibe window for me.
Sorry. See what I mean? Like it cuts off the Hudson sound. Like it's super glitchy.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna call it on that.
Just F it. Like it's
I don't think it's happening.
not worth recording in anything but purple.
I like purple.
Purple's a good color. It's more appealing than red.
It's just a little virtual gay.
Yeah, go ahead and take the control out of there. Why don't you record some Tower Boxer? Oops. I don't know that. Boom! There we go. And let's go ahead and just open up that suite. Uh-oh, I forgot to get Tower Boxer downloaded. I'll make a note. We can just get some footage later.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah. Where's my pen?
Tenny's mightier.
All right. So why don't we do? Why don't you jump into another one here? So we have Tower Boxer. We played this one. We do need footage of it. So I'm gonna put. This means that we've played it and have footage. This means that we've played it. Let's get Panic Bomber over here. So we still need Nestor's Funky Bowling. You want to? I played it.
No, I played Nestor's Funky Bowling.
But did you get footage?
I did not get footage, so yeah, I can get you some footage.
Okay. Or if you want to just jump into another game on Virtual Boy,
I'll get you some Nestor and you can check out next.
Oop, you know what? I want to actually start this up in a different file and folder. Boom, 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 rolling. And here we go. Here we go. Now, we both played Mario Tennis. We just need some footage of it. So we probably don't need to play that again on the actual Virtual Boy.
I wouldn't think so. I'll take the penis mightier.
There you go. We'll play some SD Gundam, the rarest game we have.
Why is Tony's forehead so close and why is he emulating me?
Do you need another drink, Richie? Another beer? Some taste of a sweet potato souffle beer. It's actually really good. I have some gluten-free beverages, if you need one. I have some Scotch ales.
I would have like half a glass of Scotch.
Scotch ale?
Yes.
I'm Scotch.
I would have half a bottle of Scotch ale. You want to split one with me?
Yeah. I'll do the one that my sister gave me, the Backwoods Bastard, because it's super high percentage, and that's best to be split.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, Nestor, are you gonna work here? Let's give you a reset.
Alright. Alright, so I know how much you like head, Richie. So I got you lots of head.
Good man. I love a man who gets me head. Is a Virtual Boy OST underrated or does it suck like the games? I haven't been impressed by the soundtrack for most of these games so far.
I'm going into a virtual world.
Oh, that was weak. Even
Richie, what did you do?
even Nestor's Funky Bowling, the soundtrack is not all that funky. Like the opening music was, but the stage musics were not all that funky. It's a little bit disappointing.
Okay, we're back to, like, this is just, you gotta admit with the Virtual Boy, you have nothing but technical problems. You know what I mean? Like, it's just endless technical problems. Now it's not turning on and this and that. So is this still in the same settings where it's not supposed to display both, but it's displaying both?
But can we really say that it's the Virtual Boy's fault, or is it just that it's 20-year-old hardware?
Well, I don't know what we can say, honestly, at this point.
I can say the SNES still works, so it can't be all the hardware's fault.
Well, I'm talking mostly about the emulator, because it's...
The emulators are hot turds.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this one isn't so bad, but it's...
I mean, what was it called?
Well, we're stuck on purple.
There is another emulator, but that displays red and does a great job of it. But you can't use a joypad. So it's like, you have to use the keyboard, which kind of works, because it's like, this is your left, this is your right, and these are the buttons in between, but it's... I don't know, it's probably better for capturing the footage, but it's really funky playing. You know what I mean? Like,
well, if it's for funky bowling, though, then maybe I should do it.
Maybe you should.
Man, I am bowling like I bowl in real life here. This is disappointing. Oh, right past the pins. Why aren't we using that emulator? Because we can't use a joystick.
We just explained it. I mean, maybe we'll switch to it after this, but it kind of sucks playing Virtual Boy on a keyboard.
Kind of sucks playing anything except strategy games on a keyboard. Well, actually, shooters, mouse and keyboard is absolutely fantastic. Okay, 83. That's probably worse than I would bowl in real life.
Nice.
That was sad performance. Hard for games. Look at how embarrassed he is.
Yeah.
Frank Sinatra says it just sucks playing Virtual Boy. That is a very valid point. But could you sing that, maybe? I feel like maybe I need to like pull out my Sinatra voice and do that for the episode. It just sucks playing Virtual Boy.
It just sucks. Playing Virtual Boy. Hey, you know what sucks, Richie?
It's a virtual boy.
Living in a virtual world, they're playing.
Oh, now we have to commit to it. I do love how much the pins just roll all over the place and get you hits that you have no business hitting on.
Yeah.
The mic actually isn't really peaking all that much. It's such low quality that it seems like it is. I do think that this game made bowling about as interesting as it possibly could be. But it's still not much of a... I don't know. Maybe... Okay. We need our normal mic, that's what we need. Pray for Mike. I like it. Do you have Mario Tennis on here? I think I've taken as much funky bowling as I can stomach here.
Yeah, I just can't pause this game while I'm in a battle.
No, I'm fine. I can try and figure this out.
That one might be a decent one for the other emulator that's red. So here, let's. All right, so you already stopped rolling on that one.
Yep.
All right, so let's just go ahead and kill this.
So I'm gonna have to play Mario Tennis on the keyboard.
Yeah, but Mario Tennis isn't one of the ones that really like.
Okay.
It's
okay. I'll take your word for it. I'm just going to use in advance the keyboard as my excuse for terrible performance.
Oh yeah. Whoopsie doodle. This isn't right. Let's do red. Let's
Wait,
do
is this like a magic eye? If I cross
normal.
my eyes, I can have the Virtual Boy experience?
Yeah, oh yeah. So this should be red. Come on, come on. Pull it together, guys. Here we go. And then...
Reality Boy.
Alright, so this is good. Alright, so let's go ahead and pop this in here. So this is Reality Boy. This one does not allow you to do any sort of controller. It gives you two options for controller setup. Oh well, this one doesn't even. The hell? Oh, there we go. I'm just a dum-dum. Let's go ahead and center the screen. Okay, and then just so you're aware too, there we go. I have it on alternate. So these are the controls. So it's like controls here, and then your buttons in between are like start select.
Okay.
Let me take a peek at that real quick. Oh, it's been so long since I had a good beer. I've been like avoiding them since I gained my 15 pounds.
Yeah, that is an idea to just use a button mapper to actually map your joystick controls to the keyboard. You could definitely do that.
Yeah, I was trying to look into something like that, but then I was like, I'm spending hours setting up a Virtual Boy review. I mean, I've had to set up hours, figuring out, going through so many different emulators, trying to get this damn thing to work on a Retro Taco, getting an additional stand because mine's shattered.
This is hard bullshit.
This is...
Wario is not a playable character, nor is Waluigi. How can I play Mario Tennis as Mario? I mean, that doesn't even make any sense.
Waluigi wasn't even a thing back then.
I'm aware of that. And I think that's a shame.
Yes.
This looks terrible.
In 3D, it looks a lot better.
Right.
You know what's funny, though? Because it's just like a Game Boy or some of the early... Oh, you gotta get this out of here, otherwise it's recording the mouse.
Oh.
But just like in some of the early Atari stuff, you kind of have to use your imagination a little bit. So it's like when I was playing this originally, that felt white to me. You know what I mean? Because it's supposed to be.
The problem is less that I'm unattracted to it. The problem is more that I don't know where the fucking ball is. Oh dear.
Jeez, you're really upset.
No, I just
Look at him twerk it.
completely forgot that was at my... But basically... This is terrible. Oh boy.
It plays pretty good on the actual system. I think. Why, do you not agree?
No, I think it does. It's just that it's kind of uncomfortable because the ball basically, it has to feel like it's on my face before I can respond to it.
Yeah. Super chat, $5. Oh, thank you. What up, gang? Perfect timing because I'm feeling hard for red tennis. Who isn't? Thank you for the super chat.
The cursing is mostly my fault.
Oh god, I'm in the middle of a battle.
Okay, finally I got a point. Oh, that was terrible. I'll get another shot. I will get used to this, I swear. But I probably won't.
What do you think of the backwoods bastard?
It's quite tasty. Ah, shit. And who did you say Bruce's?
Founders.
Okay, yeah. Because it's kind of in the same vein as the Dirty Bastard.
It's their aged version of the Dirty Bastard, basically, is what it is. Why don't you stop playing that? Play some SD Gundam.
Finally. That's what I'm really here for. Come on. Alright, I need to do that on a controller.
Well, no, you're gonna want to experience it on the actual Virtual Boy first, I think.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, dearie dear. Alright, some file stuff here. Because I don't think I actually...
Is it in there?
Yep. Didn't set up a folder for Mario Tennis. I'll do a little bit more playing of Mario Tennis in the purple emulator.
We're back to non-functioning Virtual Boy.
Uh-oh. Alright, give me a minute here to get this set up. Dear. Actually, well, maybe I'll try it on the red one. What the hell? Well, you know, maybe I'll actually do it in grayscale, because that might be interesting. Go back and forth a couple times if you need to. Try a few different things. Did I make it in time for Gundam? This is my retro pop. Ah! Richie's actually trying to play Gundam right now. I was just playing it, but our Virtual Boy's on the fritz, so I played it a little bit. Maybe just try unplugging, blowing, all that stuff. But yes, thank you very much. Anyone who is here in the chat here watching myretropop.com lent us probably one of the rarest Virtual Boy games there is. SD Gundam War, Super Deformed Gundam War. It's like a $800, $900 game. Probably the only one that's more rare than that is Virtual Lab, which is a terrible, terrible puzzler. They misspelled Nintendo on the box twice. A Virtual Lab. So that's just about how bad that is. So thank you for lending us your little treasure that you got from Japan. We definitely appreciate it.
What did you recommend I try to do here?
Take out the power. Give it the old NES treatment. Is this one?
Yes.
Okay.
I should say I.
Just making sure this is all good. I'm going to do a quick reset on this, actually, because I scrolled the mouse over it. Again, if you're just joining us, we are live streaming our review process. So we're a little less active in the chat. It's really more about us trying to capture the footage, get everything to work. We appreciate you joining us. Cheers. But again, it's not quite our normal H4G Gaiden where we're super crazy active, because we're trying to get some twerk done.
Try the Alcool.
I didn't realize this, but the tennis ball says Nintendo on it. I'm going to be somebody else. I'm going to be Donkey Kong Jr. I'm going to have the computer be Toad. Oops. Okay, so that's pause. Yeah, this is a lot harder on here. Oh my god. There we go.
Well, I mean, like, depth perception is kind of the critical skill in tennis, and it's all messed up with that ball.
Well, yeah, because it's on the actual Virtual Boy, it's a lot better because you can kind of tell the depth.
Right.
But on this 2D emulator,
the whole purpose of the Virtual Boy.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Pray to the virtual gods.
Which one, though?
The spirit of Gunpei Yokoi, the creator of the Virtual Boy. I got my Virtual Boy back in the day in, actually it wasn't back in the day, it was in college. I was a senior.
That's a day.
Yeah, it was 2008. I definitely enjoyed it, but then it got on the fritz because they had that, like, basically it has like a ribbon cable issue where like one connector wouldn't connect.
I remember you telling us about that.
Yeah, so it was just impossible to play, so I had to end up getting another one. But back in the day, you remember Brian Alice, right, of course. Mm-hmm. So Brian Alice told me, and I think Alex Dang, that one of us could buy his Virtual Boy. This was like, back in 2000.
What a fine privilege.
Well, it was 1997.
I would allow you to take the Virtual Boy off my hands.
It was 1997, okay, so there was still we were still somewhat interested in it. And he basically said, I'll sell it to one of you guys for $20. When The Simpsons comes on at 6 o'clock, the first one to call me, the second The Simpsons comes on, gets to have the Virtual Boy. And I missed it by like a second. So I didn't get my Virtual Boy even though I really wanted one.
Alex Dang, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
I think it was him. I could be wrong. It's been...
I believe it.
It's been...
Why would you think
20
he was
years
associated with it if he wasn't?
Yeah, I'm just pretty sure it was him, but I don't know. Oh, Toad, you idiot. Okay, that's probably good for this particular title. got some black and white. I'm just trying to get a bunch of different types of footage so that people can see what the emulators can do.
I dig it.
You know, just a little something else other than purple. So you still didn't get that working.
No.
Okay, let me get this. Let's try and get the magic touch over here.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Did you not see those before?
I did not see these before. These are quite fantastic. I might have to commission a set.
You can just have a set if you want to have two. I was thinking we could either give it away or maybe do like a charity auction for those. I don't know. It might be something like for a good cause. Show the audience what we're talking about here.
So Dave, I imagine these are made by Dave.
Those are definitely made by Dave. Yeah.
Yeah. So Dave, Mr. 3D printer, we might need to update the hairline on mine, but he made these really great Hard for Games coasters.
And those are the same like caricature things that are on our business cards.
TJ doesn't want to come out.
Oh, come on now.
We'll have to release a new video.
Oh, it's working. It was working, then I turned it off because I assumed it wasn't going to work. Now it's not working again.
But I think that's neat. I hadn't seen these before.
So he made two of those, and I think they're amazing. He just left them here at the Christmas live stream without even telling me he made them.
that's so Dave.
Yeah. So I was thinking, because there's two, you know, it's working out. Maybe we could do like a charity auction. Or, you know, I can't imagine anyone paying more than like $30-40 for them. I mean, that's even a lot. Right. Something that's 3D printed, but for charity, someone might do something more than that. Right. So maybe we could do it like, you know, it's the winter, maybe like a homeless shelter or like a animal shelter or something like that might be a good option for charity during the winter. I think that could be kind of a good cause for this time of year. So you have to select to end your turn to go into a battle, just so you're aware.
Oh, so is this like Fire Emblem in space with giant robots?
I guess. Take a minute with that one because it takes a bit to get used to be honest. Alright, we're going to switch over the emulator here back to the purple one. I'm just going to do some recording for V-Tetris because it's Tetris. So, I mean, you don't really need to play it, to be 100% honest with you. All right. What the hell? I think my most recent round. Now this is true Hard for Games fashion. My most recent round of Mario Tennis did not actually record, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump back into that.
I don't know who my enemies are.
Oops. And jump back into this. There you go. And then Maybe this did actually record. Let me check here. Oh, it did. It just recorded in the wrong damn folder. If anyone thought that recording a H4Games video was glamorous, this'll set you straight pretty quick. Okay, so
How do I shoot?
it is the
Oh.
you have like a slow. It's your right D-pad, right and left. You have like a slow, powerful one and a fast sort of machine gun. V Tetris. There we go. Settings, output. There we go. Everything's good again. Make sure the chat's visible. Classic H4Games recording into the wrong directory gag. Look at this real. Oh, it went away. It was like this lion for Tetris. It was like, what is even happening with my life right now? Look at this real quick, Richie. Like, is this what you think of when you think of Tetris? Like this little
No. It's
jester with a block? Graphic type select. We'll do A. Oh God. I'm already effing this up. Oh lordy lord. Okay, let's reset this. Oh, it's not gonna reset. Oh, okay. I'm just stuck with this garbage. Oh no. Oh no. Why, Lord? Why won't you reset? This is so bad. Hey Anna, you want to come say hi? You in your PJs?
I'm in my PJs 90% of the time. It's cool.
You can play Pokemans? Oh, good. She's gonna be the very best. Like no one ever was. Pokemans! I'm doing it. I'm doing it, Richie. I'm correcting my mistake.
Glad to hear it.
There we go. Oh, that was... Probably should have just waited for that one, but oh well. Put that there.
Gotcha, bitch. Or I guess I didn't.
It's just weird that all the blocks are purple. Or red, you know.
Okay, I did get him.
So, Japan and the US received two different versions of Tetris. The US received 3D Tetris, which was basically like sort of a Tetrisphere in a way, except it was, instead of a sphere, it was a cube, and you had to basically put the tetrominoes in a 3D space. Whereas Japan just received V-Tetris, Virtual Tetris, and all it was Tetris. I really feel bad for any of the developers that got like conned into creating games for the system. They probably thought it was going to be like that. I mean, you know, Nintendo had a great track record at the time. You're thinking like SNES, you know, NES. You're like, yeah, of course, this is gonna turn out great, you know. But nope. I'm not doing so hot at Tetris, Richie.
It's cool. I'm not doing so hot at fighting robots.
It's kind of weird, like the spatial recognition you have to have in that. The control setup's a little bit strange.
I really don't like when it goes into the mode where there's like 3 vertical areas.
I feel like it should be 2 at most.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But then just like the... Oh yeah, you're not doing too hot, are you?
No. I think I'm starting to feel the alcohol a little bit. That's the excuse anyways.
I'm not any good at Tetris either, so...
I'm normally halfway decent, but I started off on like a poor note. And I just have been crapping it out.
Sense.
Yeah, pretty much. Just barely surviving.
Pour all your money into making a 2019 Virtual Boy with more colors.
Yeah.
Or redone colors, rather.
I think that's enough Tetris. I don't know how many you know,
That's
what else we need to know about Tetris.
A fine amount of Tetris.
Alright, so let's have you rock some SD Gundam on this. I think that'll make sense here. I'm going to go ahead and set up a Gundam folder. Alright, here you go. You're rolling. You put our drinks right next to each other in the exact same level. Which is which?
I don't know, but one of them contains poison.
That's right. Well, I guess I'm screwed regardless here. Well, I'm gonna pee. I'll be right back. You see my messages while I was skiing?
I did. I responded.
Oh, I wasn't sure if that was you or John. I should have assumed it was you.
It was me.
Oh, it was you. So this is weird because it's like...
This is the part of the game I do not like.
Also, it's like insane on this emulator. Look how destroyed it is. So maybe play this for a little bit, and then play it on the other emulator that's just red, where you have to use the keyboard, because it definitely emulates it better. It's just a little funkier with the controls, unfortunately. But we are moving right along with these, so that's good.
Oh dear, I'm not doing so hot here. But yeah, like I like the concept of this game, but the execution is kinda sketch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am shooting at missing no.
I don't remember if this had a cap to it, but just because it's a borrowed game, I'm just going to throw one of my caps on it. Just in case.
Oh, I got myself destroyed.
I mean, I think this is a good example of like just how terrible these emulators are. You know what I mean?
Yes, I would agree with that.
So maybe play for another minute or two, and then we'll switch. So, when I was thrifting, I found like a Half-Life disc that was like Further Data version 2. I guess it was like an expansion or something.
Okay.
So I listed on eBay recently because I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm never going to use this. And I'm like, I don't know what it's worth. I couldn't find anyone else selling it. So I listed for like starting price $7.99, like whatever. And somebody, like all these people started like looking at it. I'm like, oh, maybe this is something more popular than I thought. And you know, everyone was like, oh, can you ship overseas and this and that? And I'm like, no, screw that. I don't want to deal with it. It's like $40, you know, to ship overseas.
Right.
So basically, like someone gave me a best offer of like $14.99, and I'm like, you know, the bidding hasn't started yet. You know, I'm gonna reject the best offer. So the bidding started, and I'm like, you know, people started throwing in bids. I'm like, oh, geez, I hope it hits $14.99. You know, like because otherwise I just, you know, I blew a couple bucks. And then it sold. I'm like, okay, let me check this. Let me see how much it sold for. Someone threw in a bid for $136.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh. I was expecting $14.99. I was so happy that I was also like, is this worth way more than I thought it was? Apparently to someone it was. But I'm like, should I have asked more? But it was just sort of a pleasant surprise because I got the thing for 50 cents.
Right.
You know, turned 50 cents into $130.
Well done.
My God. Do you want to switch to the other emulator?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
My God. All right. So this is called the Reality Boy emulator, by the way. Do you want red or do you want plain?
Let's do red. Come on.
Let's do red. Okay. All right. So I just gotta switch. These over, and this automatically switches for some strange reason. And there you go.
Yay.
Nope, gotta get this out of the way. There you go. Well, I guess I'm gonna play more Jack Bros.
Oh, hello.
Where'd you come from?
Do I know you?
Wait, what? Showing off too much ass over here.
Oh, that's right. You don't have start map to enter. That's why this wasn't working.
I actually really like Jack Bros. It's a good game.
Okay, here's some action. Where do you have L&R mapped?
Hold on. I think they're these two. Or possibly in between. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
I think Jack Bros is the hidden gem of the virtual war world.
I'll buy that.
Oh god. Die!
Yeah, this is not a good keyboard game.
No, it's not good. I'm just gonna keep this paused for you if you want to jump into Jack Bros.
Okay, yeah.
Basically, the story is that you're just trying to go home. There's nothing really to it. But it's sort of...
it's exactly like my life right now.
Oh. Oh.
Zing!
Well, it's kind of a Zelda-like. But it's like you basically have you have to get keys, move on to the next stage. Get keys, move on to the next stage, but you have to do it quick because you're timed.
Oh, I do see that.
And it gets harder and harder and harder with each stage because you're, again, you're timed, and gets to be a bit of a bitch.
Oh dear, what did I do?
Alright. There we go. Let's make Make sure some of this stuff recorded here. All right. I'm gonna record some Jack Bros while you're doing that. Get the old chat up. Hello, everyone that's watching. If you're just tuning in, we are recording the process of our controllers not working. We're recording our review here. Behind the scenes of the old Hard for Games. It's not a bad game, is it?
It is not. I am a bad player, though. But it is pretty cool. Oh, yours is in English.
Yeah, I figured I would just do the... It was released in the US. The US version is like a $600 game. The Japanese version is like an $80 game.
Why is ours so expensive?
It just because so few people bought it that it's rare. Archimiga something Sancti. It's $2. Says, God bless you, fellas. Well, thank you very much. It's nice to be blessed by somebody. I'll tell you that much. Richard just said he wanted to go.
They didn't do any of this in the Japanese version.
Yeah, they did.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, there's all these text boxes and stuff.
Oh, maybe I just didn't get them because you had already done
I had done the continue. A little Bomberman-ish here. Get that key. The thing is like every second is precious.
Right.
And it gets more and more difficult.
You missed a key.
Oh shoot! Yeah, I did. And it's hard to see the keys sometimes, especially on emulator, because everything is just monochromatic.
Right.
So now I wasted 10 seconds because I'm a slow boss fighter. You know what I mean? I'm just not good. I'm not a great gamer. So now I basically destroyed my chances of beating the boss. Did I? Okay, good. Come on. Really, you almost have to not care about your health and just fight the boss.
She has a lot of health, I feel like.
Did you get to her?
I did.
Did you beat her?
No.
Same thing with me. I just couldn't do it. And there's these things, like, these bullet orb things that she hits you with should go and pass you. They shouldn't just keep bouncing around. There's so much stuff to pay attention to here.
Maybe I misinterpreted her, but I thought the pixie thing said that you could shoot those orby things.
You want to give this a try?
Let's take it a whirl. That doesn't make any sense.
Nope.
Oh well.
Let's take it a whirl. Well, after this, we only have one more game, or actually two more games for you to attempt, and then we can actually do our quick reviews, which should be pretty quick. Do you have a hard out or anything, or are you...
I need to start wrapping it up just to get home, but
Okay.
there's not a hard out, no.
So since we haven't started the shooting, do you want to shoot tonight, or do you want to come over another day after work during the week and do the actual review portion? Because we could divide it up if you want to.
The only thing is I don't know when... I mean, we could maybe do Thursday.
Okay. Because I told Shelby that I wasn't going to release this upcoming Saturday, but the following. So that'll still give her enough time to piece everything together.
Yeah, so maybe we'll do that.
Just allow it to kind of sink in for a minute.
The real bitch here isn't... Do I have any sort of alternate attack form or
I don't
anything?
know. I'm not sure.
Because health is not the problem. The problem is that she hardly takes any damage from this little pea shooter I have.
Yeah. I don't think there's any upgrades in the first level. I remember reading reviews of this and being like, oh, it's so much fun and this and that, blah, blah, blah. And you definitely want to choose the, not Jack the Ripper because he only has his knife and it's more powerful, but you have to get up so close and this and that and blah, blah, blah. But, like, no one seemed to have any problems. But I am just, like, constantly dying. Like, I think I beat that boss once. I think you just have to be a good gamer. Which I am not. Maybe that's the trick, you just have to stand right there. Just maximize just as many hits as you possibly can. That might be the trick, dude.
It's not really a trick. It's a valid strategy. But she still needs to die.
Yeah.
There we go.
You just have to go balls to the wall. I mean, that's basically it. Just balls to the wall, period, the end. I got a bonus.
What's the bonus?
I don't know. It's good that a lot of these Virtual Boy games have 4-letter or 4-word passwords. So it's just like, it's quick, it's easy, you move on to the next. What I have noticed is a lot of these Virtual Boy games are very arcade-ish as well. Like, they're not expecting you to do for, like, long sittings, like, you play a level and then you stop.
Well, they are expecting you to not do it in one sitting because they think it causes blindness.
Yes.
Expand Dawn. I like it.
So I think back in the day, I had flashed this onto my Flash Boy and played it once.
Oh, there's a key. I don't like these goblins. Kind of bitches. Ooh, time. I like time. I don't have enough key yet. Can I speed my ass up?
Oh, you have a special.
This is not the time I would have used that, but...
What did you press for your special?
R.
R, okay.
What happens if I press L? Nothing. I'm just trying to find, like, a dash or something.
Maybe you did get all the keys.
Oh! You can shoot with your other...
You can... Okay, how do you do that?
Each, Oh, I have all the keys. What the hell am I doing?
Yeah, that's what I just said. Somebody's not complaining.
I got so entranced by my moonwalking.
Yeah, exactly. You got to fool yourself.
But no, the right stick.
Okay.
You can also shoot in a direction.
Stick. Right D-pad.
It's what's the name of that game? Smash TV style.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't step on the spikes. Thank you, creature of infinite video game wisdom. That is a very unintuitive truth.
So I imagine these spikes would be like popping up a little bit, but not probably too much.
That's my own fault.
It
So
seems
what's that?
to get rid of your time instead of health. Because it pops up 10, it pops up 5. You know what I mean? Like when you get hit. See, minus 10.
Ooh. So yeah, there probably is no health.
Yeah.
It's just doubled in with the time.
Purely, yep, it just kills your time.
Time is health.
Wait a minute, we don't have time to wait a minute because of the time. The timer.
You hear a bow? who hears a bow from the distance at which you can be shot with an arrow?
Oh my god. Well, it's good that you figured out the moonwalking.
I suppose it's. Oh yeah, Speedy Frosalas.
Did you get some sort of a power up?
Probably.
I mean, overall, I would say this is a very solid game.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably one of the more solid games on the Virtual Boy. I mean, you're probably looking at like Wario Land, maybe one or two games after that.
Mario Tennis, maybe.
Yeah. Again, like they're arcadey style games.
Right.
So it's like they don't. A lot of them don't have a lot of depth. Probably the most in-depth game is your Wario Land. You know what I mean?
Not gonna make it. I died. The Virtual Boy makes me want to cry emoji.
That's probably good for.
Yeah, I think so. But that is a pretty cool game.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see Jack Frost doing something in another franchise.
I'm glad to see Jack the Ripper back. You know, doing this thing. There's not really much 3D going on with the actual game. But if you want to play Bound High or High Bound or whatever, because that is probably that's an unreleased prototype that was dug up. It's probably the best Virtual Boy game in terms of the use of 3D.
And what's it called?
Bound High.
Do you want to work your magic on it?
Oh God. Okay. Alrighty. Let's try to see if we get this working. Working, twerking. Oh dear, dear. Come on.
No dice?
You want some snacks, by the way? You want some chips? Bring some crackers.
I stole some crackers.
You want more of them?
I'm probably good.
You want a variety, though?
No.
I'm sorry, I was just thinking about booze. I didn't teach you.
No, it's good. I actually had a decent dinner tonight.
Oh, yeah? Come on. We're going to do this.
Does this thing emulate the GBA?
Yeah. It's such a shame that the Virtual Boy's ability to function is connected to the health of the controller. You know
There are a lot of shames about the Virtual Boy.
Yeah, but it's just like, what the hell? You know, like, why couldn't they have, like, plugged in... Like, had batteries in the actual machine, you know what I mean? But it's like, it's weird. It's like it works for like a half hour, and then it stops. Let me clean the contacts again. What's the chat up to?
Pretty slow.
Don't like us playing Virtual Boy, I guess.
It's not terribly exciting from a viewer's perspective.
We're at least showing what
And
we're
we
playing
keep
now.
wandering off screen.
Yeah, well, you know, we are.
I'm kind of sneaking my way back on now, but hey guys, I'm just gonna creep on you for a while.
There were 40 people watching when I was in the Potty Palace, which was not bad for a Hardcore Games live stream.
I'm glad you had so much fun in the bathroom.
It's great that we're doing this now because we had a couple of successful videos with that GBA prototype. So YouTube's algorithm is like, oh yeah, they're good. So it's like we can kick out a Virtual Boy review now and actually get some viewership.
Can't wait for the Virtual Boy Mini. You're gonna be waiting a while.
Yeah, a long while.
Oh, yep, there it is, the GBA spot.
Yep.
How about that?
Okay. I have a feeling this is gonna work this time.
Okay.
Blow on it. Just for good luck. Come on. I saw a flash. It's working!
Alright.
It's nothing but red screens.
Oh.
Well, hang on. We might get this working.
That's better than black, I guess.
Here we go. It's twerking.
Alright.
Well done. While you do that, I'll capture some footage of it on old emulator because I played this game.
What's working?
What?
Oh, there's a red screen.
Just keep pressing start. See what happens.
What is this game?
It bound high. You just bounce around trying to kill enemies and stuff. And also, you are a ball.
Adventure of Hollow. Do I have an objective?
Kill all the enemies.
Oh.
Don't fall.
Well, failed that once.
Whoopsie doodle. All right. I love that this game was developed by Japanese System Supply. It's like, what is that? What? I don't know what pocket and cushion is. I'll have to come back to that one. Let's do easy because screw it. You see what I mean, though? It's like it's probably the best use of 3D on the system.
Right.
It actually makes you utilize 3D space.
Oh, shit.
And sort of like estimate where the enemies are and bounce on their heads. Oh god. And eventually, apparently some of the other, later levels have wind.
Oh dear.
So it's
No thanks.
becomes somewhat difficult as time goes on. But it's a fun little arcadey title. I mean, there's nothing nothing wrong with it, you know. Like I feel like this would have been a defining game on the Virtual Boy.
High.
Yeah, just because it utilizes the 3D well, which a lot of the other games didn't.
I think you're right. But it is pretty cool. Not groundbreaking, but it's...
No, but it works for what it is.
Mhm.
And you see here, some of the blocks are going away when I touch them, so it kind of creates this like added layer
Yeah, I
of
know,
challenge.
this was the stage I just quit on.
You couldn't take the pressure. Well, I can, Richie.
I'm happy for you.
It's like you're fighting these little like amiibos. I don't know what that little dragonfly thing is. Can I not hit it? Nope.
It gives you super jump.
I just bounce around more. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Although I do think you killed it now.
Yeah. Took 2 or 3 times.
So maybe it was just an enemy that has a very bouncy back.
Plasma stage.
Oh dear.
Is this timed? Oh god. Is this like a... to knock these off? Oh god. You have to, it's like you have to give it the right English and get it up at the right, Oh god. I'm getting closer and closer. This is cool.
Oh, I
Knock
think
these off.
I think you get more air when you hit the pluses and less when you hit the minuses.
Probably because I'm just straight up. Come on. Sweet. That's kind of a cool shift in gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
DBX. Don't you wish your girlfriend was a plasma like me? Don't ya? Don't ya?
I feel like that would be dick melting.
That's true. Unless it was like blood plasma.
That's true. But then that's gross.
Yeah. I guess you can't have everything in life.
Nope. Sure can't.
So let's see if I can... Oh no, I have to get rid of this guy too.
But if you try sometimes,
Oh,
you can get yourself a Virtual Boy.
that's right. What is this? It's like a... Can I...
Slot.
It's a slot that
Pseudo
I
thing.
can't do anything with.
I'm sure there's a way to activate it.
Okay, so now look at this. Like it's... Okay, so these are... only last so many times.
Right.
And... Ah! Yeah, so this is definitely... It definitely gets kind of challenging. I do like this game, though. This might be one of my... Other than Wario Land, one of my more preferred titles on the Virtual Boy. I think Mario Tennis is a fun little romp. You know, I think Wario Land is a classic, but it's just such a damn shame that this never got a release. I mean, there's so many Virtual Boy games that never got a release. They just gave up. There's supposed to be a GoldenEye game, believe it or not. Okay. This might be a sign. Alright. Last one in Smouse.
Oh.
That's for you. I've played it before.
Why don't you put it in there? Because I've ruined the Virtual Boy every time I've switched out a game.
When you do that, well, I do that. Put this in its plastic and put this in here for me.
Well done.
Come on, I see the red. I see red. Yep. Okay, we're twerking. We're twerking, Richie.
Twerking.
Twerking. Play Wario. We did. Way like hours ago. You can rewind the video if you want. Is it true what they say about you? Sweetest ass in the lands.
IMAX?
Yeah. Yeah. This is a $100 game, by the way.
At release or due to rarity?
Due to rarity.
Okay.
At release, it's probably like 50. I'm gonna get some more Wario Land footage that isn't totally effed.
I died.
It's funky because you have to find the key and you need to find your way out like quick. So it takes like 3 or 4 tries to actually figure out what the hell you're doing and how to like actually fight the enemies. Alright, so here is your Wario Land once again. Let's get this over here. Pop this into the Wario Land folder. So all your red alarm footage from this computer was effed up, right?
Pretty sure. But you could still probably use it to showcase that particular emulator's foibles.
Yeah, that's what I was possibly thinking here.
I'm very good at dying in that game.
Give it one more try. It's worth tinkering around with. It's interesting once you actually beat a level in it. I mean, you don't have to, but it can be rewarding, I guess. Soft 4 games. How dare. You're done?
I did finish a stage, though.
Oh, okay, that's good. Thoughts?
It's interesting.
It's interesting, but also, like, very staccato. It's like... You know what I mean? Like, it's...
I mean, it's very reminiscent of, I don't know if you ever played Eye of the Beholder, but it's...
I'm familiar with it, yeah.
It's a first-person RPG. And it plays a lot like that, only you don't have a gun, but still it's the same. Like, every step brings you exactly one grid piece forward.
Yeah.
I feel like this is playing a little slow, too.
Yeah, I think, well, I was playing it on the actual hardware, and his jump lingers in the air for a while.
Yes.
It's not like Mario, where it's like...
That's true, but I still feel like...
It's a little bit slow, yeah. Well, this is I think the purple one probably wouldn't have that issue. I just wanted to get some in red without the visual glitches.
This is how long it took that timer to go 5 seconds.
Oh my god. Oh no. That's not good. So in reality, let's try the other emulator, the purple one, because I think, just out of curiosity, I'm not going to play it for long, but I mean, these emulators are so bad.
It's true.
They're so bad. They all have like speed problems.
I also have speed problems.
That's true. You really need to see
Damn Adderall.
Yeah. Oopsie. That's not what I wanted at all.
You sure?
There we go.
Oh, Tony, did you read the instruction and precaution booklets before operating?
Yes. I definitely did.
I think you're lying to me.
I am. Oh wait, yes, this one has the actual friggin' thing. But I should be able to. What the hell? Come on. Okay, this is just frozen. Yeah, so I wouldn't say that these emulators are great.
Neither would I.
Come on. Okay, here we go. Let's see if it's... I'm not even going to play for 15 minutes, so that doesn't matter.
That's looking better so far.
Yeah, the music before was going... Yeah. Yeah, this is a lot speedier. But it's just like you have to look at these like jarbled graphics. Look at it. I mean, it's just like it's just
doesn't
nasty.
look good.
It doesn't look good, but it plays better. So it's like you're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Between the left and the right eye.
Oh, yeah. I like how he has monographed gloves. I mean, this play is just so much better. I don't know how to attack downward. Oh, there we go.
Gotta use that ass.
Solves that problem pretty quick. Already have that. I mean, look how glitchy he is when he, like... He, like, falls apart.
Yeah. And I don't know if this was the one where I...
Yeah, so this is the area where that looks pretty cool.
Right.
And, when it's actually in 3D. You do have a really high jump, which is nice. Oh god, what is wrong with me? Oh, I didn't realize that was a thing above my head. Anyway, that's enough. Okay, Richie, how would you like to play some Innsmouse?
I'll play a little bit.
See these? Yeah, it takes 10K VRAM to render it. That's so 3D. Says John. John couldn't join us today. He was having a family dinner. But I told him...
Those do happen.
Yeah, I told him, feel free to join us in the chat.
Le chat.
Le chat. Alrighty.
Or actually, probably just le chat.
Alright. Innsmouse.
I can't wait to see how clear all of the graphics are.
So clear. Nope.
At least I don't have to break my neck trying to play this version, though.
Hard.
Uh-oh. This is confusing.
I like the fact that this is first-person perspective. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's just so choppy that it almost ruins it. You know?
I also like how the guy decided to design his house with blue walls on one side and red on the other.
Yeah.
And then pink in the middle.
And how the house is totally, completely a maze with no other features other than the occasional chandelier.
Well, he's not made of money, Tony.
Well, that's fair.
I don't know who it is that lives here or what they do.
You have so few bullets, which I understand it's a survival horror thing. Like...
But it's very few even for that.
Yeah. And it's hard to tell whether the monsters are following you. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes I'll blow
And I don't
past
have
them.
enough bullets.
I'll blow past them and it's like, I still take damage and I don't know...
Oh, shit.
It's hard to tell, you know?
And just like right now, I have no bullets, so what the hell do I do? And there's a monster there.
I feel like you need to headshot these monsters, but it's like, it's so hard because you're using the D-pad. And they kind of have like a, sort of like the Tiger Electronics, bop, 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 bop,
Yeah.
bop. You know, so it's like you're trying to track them. Next time you game over, let's get that Innsmouth opening where that has that like sort of embryo brain thing. My eyes, the goggles do nothing. Oh, I love this one. The only horror game on VB. Ashton Withers. What do you like about this game? I like the idea of this game. By the way, you're timed.
By the way, I need to be in the window to play.
Oh, whoopsie doodle. Here you go.
That's like the 20th time you've done that.
But it's a tough game to play. Like, since it was on a stand, Nintendo should have just bit the bullet, added a little bit more processing power, and allowed this to be smooth, you know?
Nah. I'm also confused as to why, when I pick up the X6 bullets things, it just gives me 4 bullets.
Yeah, well, there are a lot of issues with Virtual Boy games, let's put it that way.
Was I attacked from the back? Oh no, I ran out of time.
Yeah. Got a lot of super chats at the beginning of this, too, so
Mhm.
that's good. It almost pays for the $30 I had to spend to be able to hook up a friggin' fucking, like, joystick to that thing, to be able to pay for the,
That thing is pretty
extension.
creepy.
Yeah, that's good. Do one more round so I can get some footage of this, but... Yeah, so this was an expensive episode to do, so I appreciate the super chats. Real pain in the butt.
And then your firing speed is so slow,
It's
too.
so slow. I feel like... The thing is, I feel like maybe some of the other developers tried something like this, but then realized that the movement would be so blocky on the Virtual Boy because it was underpowered that they went to 2D, which is why most of the stuff is like arcadey 2D type stuff. So on the one hand, I appreciate the fact that this is first person. On the other hand, I feel like it would have been better as a third person or like an overhead sort of thing. You know what I mean? Like
Or on a different system.
Yeah.
There must be a reload button or something. No, that was fire.
What did you
okay.
press to reload?
I don't remember.
Okay,
I was
well,
pressing several things at the
There is
same
a reload,
time.
though, so that's good. They're so hard to get.
This is... There you... Damn it, he got me first.
I wish they had made a jar pig for this, says John. Are you stuck? No. You just shot him in the mouth and he didn't die. It's like, what else do you need to do? You know?
Shoot him in the mouth again.
I guess. There's also, like... there's no defining features.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you're just, like, endless...
The doors that are just random doors look exactly the same as the end level door.
If you press start, there is a map, but you shouldn't have to constantly rely on a map. You know what I mean?
I always do, because I'm super paranoid, but...
I mean, in most games, if you get turned around, you can rely on a map, but at least those games have some sort of, like, differentiation between rooms, and it's like, okay, where am I in this giant dungeon? You know what I mean? Whereas this is just like, I don't know where I am at all, and everything is the same. The Retrovision, $10 super chat, thank you so much. Thanks for the uncommon content. If you want to do a Game Boy kiosk video sometime, I've got a tabletop unit. That'd be fun. Send us an email about that. That'd be pretty neat. As a matter of fact, I'll send you our email address in the chat here, hardforgames@gmail.com. Feel free to hit us up. That'd be pretty interesting. We did an SNES kiosk, which was a lot of fun, with Corey, who was going to be here tonight, but he was helping a buddy move, so unfortunately he couldn't get done in time. But yeah, Game Boy kiosk would be pretty interesting, to say the least. Alright, so I could probably stop recording. And then, I can't believe I didn't download Tower Boxer. I thought I did.
We'll get it next time. It'll be okay.
Yeah, that's alright. So, scheduling-wise, because basically what I think what we'll plan on doing for this is obviously intro, outro, and then sort of like an overview. Not like a full review, but just an overview for each game. So do you think your next availability would be Thursday?
Mm-hmm. Might be easier to do. Well, I don't know. When do you think would be good for you?
Realistic. Well, actually, Thursday I have a Tai Chi class that ends at 8:30. So I could do it after that, or I could really any day during the week. Like,
and actually, I was wrong. It would be. So I could do Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, really.
Okay. So probably like a week then from today. Let's knock it out Friday. So Shelby has the maximum amount of time to edit.
I dig.
And then I'll send her this footage now. I'll organize it, send it over to her, so that way she can at least get it downloaded,
right,
and kind of organized. And then we'll actually kick out the content, and she'll still have like a good week to work on it.
I like
it. Go from there. So all right, so let's plan on Friday, because I think that like we should digest this a little bit, and going through all these games probably took a lot longer than we anticipated. So, but it was good. I mean, we need to play them to understand what the hell we were doing.
No, I like to review games I've never played.
Yeah, exactly, right. And we did get a lot of our inserts, anyways. So like
you did. Yeah, I didn't do anything.
You just lazed about playing Smash all night. But no, I think that's good. So we'll plan on Friday for actually shooting the review. We could also live stream that too, because people will be able to see. This was a little bit more like our investigatory process,
right?
Whereas
the research phase,
yeah. Whereas it might be interesting for them to actually see us like do takes and that kind of stuff. There we go. There we go. Perfect.
Oh dear.
Rape. Yeah. So that might be good. So let's go ahead and plan on doing that. And then I gotta talk to John. I gotta get those Wii Dev kits knocked out at some point in the near future. So I might be shooting twice this weekend, but that'll be fun. Just to get her done.
Get her done.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess that's kind of our live stream for the day. I mean, we didn't do our Hard for Games guide like we normally. We thought it might be. Richie hasn't been in a review for a while, just because he's been so committed to Hard for Games Gaiden. So we thought, why don't we kind of combine the two? We'll live stream something. We'll also have Richie do a review so he can get his face in the normal show again. But yeah, guys, let us know, how you enjoyed this. Like, again, it was a little less, like, in your face like our normal H4Games Gaiden stuff, but you know, we try to do something a little bit different. And I keep moving the screen as if it'll move the camera, but it's obviously not going to do that. But yeah, let us know what you thought in the comments below, everybody. We definitely appreciate everybody watching. We appreciate all the super chats and stuff, and it kind of help us keep the party going, so to speak, considering we spent way too much on this episode buying games. And that is sort of a problem. There we go. It says starting. Did it stop for a second? Okay, it says live. No, I think we were just going. I think it was just this.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Cool. Alright guys, well thank you so much for watching again, and we're going to go ahead and end the stream now. Again, we appreciate everybody watching and all the super chats and all that good stuff, and we will see you all next time.